Welcome to the Shielded Prepper. This channel is committed to information that'll expand a prepared mind. And I have some updates for you today. It's my son Chapman, my daughter Kara, playing in the sandbox, the makeshift sandbox. Okay, I have to share something with you guys. So today was a garden day. We cleaned it up. As you've heard me share in earlier videos, this year, the garden, you only have so much time. So we grew some vegetables, we planted some trees, some fruit trees, things that are going to be, we worked on our raspberries this year and expanded those. We planted a bunch of fruit trees and blueberries and raspberries and all sorts of other things. Yet today we spent some time kind of cleaning up our garden boxes. In our garden boxes, oddly enough, we've got 8 of them here before we get into our big garden. You can kind of see them. We're letting them rest this year. And I don't know if that's necessarily a rule, yet I've heard that if you grow tomatoes in a particular soil, that you're not supposed to reuse that particular soil for tomatoes for like 3 years. Has anyone heard that? Maybe put it in the comments. I'd like to know if you have any great gardening tips. I'm still new at this. I do it every year, yet I kind of expand what I'm working on. I'm still learning new things, as my daughter bellowed from behind. Say, "You're still learning, Father." So we cleaned them up. We don't know exactly how we're going to situate it. I've got all this beautiful mulch on the ground. I have it all everywhere. I use a ton of it. Man, I should be being sponsored by Chip Drop. Chip Drop. GetChipDrop.com. This is all free chips. Wood chips, and they're beautiful, and they're fresh, and they're a great weed suppressant. And you don't have to use, weed your garden. Stay on top of it. It looks good right now. Looks real good. Let me see. What else should we be talking about? Sorry, my tripod's on a swivel. Okay, so I made this for my wife and I to just be able to throw our stuff. So this is just going to be our weed catch. And I'm going to take it and mulch it and put it in a soil pile. Yet I kind of cutesified it up. I'll kind of show you what I did. I kind of made this last garden box here. Let's see here. This last garden box here, like a little picket fence thing. She could put her, weeds and things she's picking up and, organic material, and then I'll mulch that up or turn it in soil later. I'm really excited about the garden this next year. This soil, I spent a lot of time preparing this, and I was a little disappointed that this year didn't end up working out. Yet, this really was awesome last year, and it was a ton of work. I was not prepared for that. We have a very active lifestyle, and there's this glamorous side to homesteading. And when I think about homesteading, sorry, I'm going to put you this way too. Watch out, Maggie. Get out of here, silly dog. When you think about homesteading, none of us really fully understand exactly what it's going to require for us to tame a property, whether it's large or small. If that's going to be an exclusive activity and we don't have the skills, now is the time to acquire those. Now's the time to at least be learning. So this year I gave myself grace because we've done some pretty awesome stuff. And at the same time, I know that next year, I'm setting it up for next year right now. Looking to make sure that when the time comes for us to choose which vegetables we're going to be growing and how we're going to position the garden, that the garden isn't going to require as much effort to get it back under control. At least up here in the Northwest, this is something that I like. I like to bed all of my garden soil with oak leaves and just leaves and all of the different brown materials that we can that are organic. So just for gardening wise, this is a pile of soil right here that I've been working on, and I turn that periodically over the year. I put chicken manure in that, and I kind of spread it out and let it cook, and it steams, and I'll cover it. So I'm just kind of preparing soil with the intention of expanding our garden, so that if there was an opportunity for us to really require this level of gardening, we would ensure that we would do that. Anyway, today I thought I would show you guys around what I was working on. Man, and I'm tired. That's the other thing. Think about the amount of energy it requires to manage a homestead. These are my double burn barrels. They're awesome. I have a double burn barrel. Anybody got double burn barrels out there? I do. I burn all sorts of stuff in that. I'm going to show you one of my other favorite things. Since we're just hanging out together tonight, this oak tree, it's not so large in size, yet it's a great oak tree. And this oak tree and I have a special relationship. This is where oftentimes when I'm out and about and I'm running around, this oak tree is where I go to pray. That's where I go to pray. So this oak tree is kind of a special tree for me, and it always has shade. Always has shade, so I can always find a cool place in the summer. Anyway, let's see, what else should I be showing you guys? Here's the wood pile. What's still remained to be split. We put a ton of wood away, and we still have a lot to go. Cords and cords and cords of wood. So the one thing that I intend on doing is just getting this all split up. It's a lot of work, yet I'm hanging on to it. I'm hanging on to it because you never know, maybe we could sell it. Bud, the side hustle survivalist, would say splitting wood is a great side hustle. Other than that, just to spend some time with you guys, let you know what we've been working on here the past couple of days. Our property's been quite busy. We're just really encouraged. There's a lot of pressure in our world, just with the seriousness of the real estate market. We're feeling a lot of pressure in different areas, and things are starting to announce themselves in the real estate world, specifically around lending. So if you are going to be purchasing a home right now, be very wise if you're taking on a mortgage. And it doesn't mean don't buy right now. Just make sure you're prepared and you understand the season and the chapter that we're in. So if you are looking to purchase a home right now and it's a timing thing, situational thing, make sure you spend time and you educate yourself about your loans. Just saying. All that to be said, I'll just end with this. Appreciate you guys. If you ever desire to see something on the property or would like me to talk about something, I guess I can share that. I'm not an atypical prepper channel in the sense where I'm like, these are 5 items that if you can't live without. I think most of us have spent the last 2 years acquiring that knowledge. So if you're like me, you already are well informed as to how to be prepared. It's now very important for us as a prep to stay connected to others like us that think this way and to come up with new ideas. That's really what we're looking for. Is there something else that we're not thinking about? Is there an easier way to do this? Here's the category I'm working on now. For us today, it was situating our property, getting our garden established, knowing exactly what we're doing this coming year, and letting the soil rest. Appreciate you guys. See you on the next one.